guess who did what she said she was going to do and is here to talk about the review of her book. First, here for the Beauties Talking Business community. And she has some generous things to offer at the end of the episode.
This week on Beauties Talking Business, I am pleased to announce that along with me, your host JennyAHansen, we have our guest KATY Hancock today, who literally wrote the book on starting and running a successful nail business. Let's get started.
Hi everyone, this is JennyAHansen with Beauties Talking Business, and today we have an amazing returning guest who is actually in I don't know. She's in this amazing launch phase right now because KATY here has written a book, and she's said on her last episode that she was thinking, I think I'm going to write a book. And I'm like, great. If you ever write this book, come back on the show and we'll chat about it. Well, guess who did what she said she was going to do and is here to talk about the review of her book. First, here for the Beauties Talking Business community. And she has some generous things to offer at the end of the episode. So stick around. But first, for people who don't know you, KATY, will you please introduce yourself? Tell us where we can find you and the name of your book and this whole journey of what ignited and motivated you to start this book and what it's
You bet.
We'll dive. Let's just start. Yeah.
I'm so happy to be back on the show. I love Jenny. I love the show, and I love all of you, and I'm so glad to get to share this with you. I am beyond passionate and excited, and like Jenny said, you're the first to get the sneak peek to snag all the juicy details on what's happening with this book. My name is KATY Hancock, previously known as Katie Lamson with Sugar and Spice Nail Salon. I've been in business for over 8 years as a professional artist and nail tech, and I'm CND certified. I love what I do, and I love who I work for. You can find me on sugarandspiceservices.com is my website. You can also search for that same name on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, social media. Sugar and Spice Services. And then I also have an awesome blog called knowyournails.com where you can also search the blog. So
and KATY and we were just talking too. Sorry to interrupt you. We were just talking to you about how you are literally, like, this is so new. We are literally in the process of where you are about to do a website specific to the book, have your Instagram specific to the book.
Yes.
So probably the best place is to just really find you on Facebook right now, right? And
yeah, right now the book is going to be mostly found other than Amazon.com, which is where you can search for it. The name of the book is Start to Success, a nail technician's guide into the industry.
I love the cover.
Yes. Look how cute this is.
So cute. And
this is my design, and I worked with the graphic artist to make that vision into perfection, and I am so excited to share this. It's a guidebook for nail technicians.
I love it.
On Amazon right now. It's on Amazon, both available in cover, printed cover copy, and also digital as well. So you can get in either one. Right now until end of May, we've got some specials which we'll tell you about later. And then I've got my Facebook page, which if you're going to find that for the book, again, Start to Success, a nail technician's guide into the industry. And then as Jenny mentioned, this weekend, I'm going to be working on getting the Instagram up. This is like hot off the press less than 2 weeks ago. So
literally
published.
Talking about it for the last 2 weeks and so excited. And I'm thrilled. I'm so thrilled that you're here and we're doing this right now. So KATY, I have to know very, very first is really what drove you and motivated you to write a book for the industry, because this is not just specific. It's the nail industry and the nail business, which is great, but it's not super specific to that. Like, I see these points and where you can hone in and use it for any business.
Oh, for sure.
And I've played in different businesses and like service, product, everything, just a lot of the strategies and everything applies to it. My husband says, if you understand one thing, you understand all things. And I think this so much applies to your book. But what was your big motivation, your big core why behind doing this?
there's a lot of multiple motivations, and I'll break a few down. And then as far as encompassing it as a whole, as I break those down, it'll all come together. So one of the first ones is I was a student at one time, and I, had never owned a nail business before. I'd never owned a business or been an entrepreneur before.
Yeah.
And so I had wished that there was a guidebook out there. Like, is there just a resource I could turn to that could just tell me and, take my hand and guide me on the next step, or tell me, what is the process here? How do I do this and do it successfully?
Do you remember in the nail books, if they still have this today, it's like the last chapter with like a few pages on your nail business. And you're like,
Yeah. Given the surface, not to mention most of those were printed in the 80s versus having something that was literally years ago. So the information's current and can relate to here and now.
Plus how much has changed, yes, with technology, digital, social media. I mean, everything's so different because we both have been in the industry for a long time. So
yeah, the body of the business has changed. And so we have to change with it. And this is a great way to do that. Another
sorry guys, just keep on talking.
Another motivation has been, in the past, I'm a fan of Nail Magazines, Nail Pro, all these different international magazines that as somebody in the industry, it's good to be reading and contributing to. So I decided to kind of share my voice with others from my own experiences. And so as I submitted articles and they were approved, and then you see them published in this international magazine, it's kind of a motivator that reinforces your voice is valued and important, and that you have something to offer from your life experience as both a person, as an individual, and as a professional in this industry.
I love it. The market is speaking.
Next step trigger of like, wait a minute, I wish this would have been here for me. I'm sharing what I'm learning and growing.
Yeah.
And then another aspect of that was I started mentoring. I started having some of my nail clients who had daughters saying, my daughter's thinking about going to nail school. What advice would you give her? So I got to become this advisor and this mentor within the industry. And they had questions, and they had really good questions, which kind of made me think more about, these are more than one person wants to know this as I'm mentoring different people.
Mm-hmm.
And that, on top of that, another way I got to mentor was going to schools within the Utah Salt Lake Greater Valley area.
Yes.
And being a guest nail technician or guest nail artist, and teaching techniques and things like that. So the combination of mentoring and educating, which I think when you're passionate, you want to share things that you love and that are important to you, and you want to have that voice shared, passed down to another generation. That's, in my point, part of our existence in life in general, is to pass on to the next generation something valuable. And so for me, I think it's just been this wonderful cupping circle of a combination of those four pieces that said, wait a minute, there's a need in the community for something that's current. There's people asking questions, but they're not getting answers. And I've got experience that have given me those answers.
Mm-hmm.
I want to share this voice that I've learned and developed that obviously has value, and put it all in one piece, which has become Start to Success.
To Success. And I love the title too so much, because it's like Start to Success.
Yeah, and every step in between. And it's written, I wanted to, I'm a very professional person, but I'm also a very intimate and loving and friendly person. And I wanted this to be truly in my voice, and I wanted to keep true to who I am. And I think one of the ways that I did that is the voice that this book is written in is me, as if I'm sitting next to you and you're asking me these questions, and I'm saying, I would do this. I have found this to be really successful. Or have you thought about or considered this? Have you asked these questions before going to school? And so you have your best friend that you just met who's going to guide you through this whole process. And then after you read the book, you still have her as a reference and a help and a mentor after. It's not just read the book and that's the end of the help. It's ongoing.
So much. It feels like it was just such a calling within your purpose to get.
For sure. When I was writing this, it was incredible because I do like to write, but I'm one that will kind of digest it for a bit. And it's one of those things, when there's something in the universe, a higher entity, whatever you want to call it, whatever works for you in your life, that you feel that is. But thoughts and ideas and concepts, and my ability to recall things from 8 years ago like it was yesterday just poured down into my mind, and I was literally trying to type so fast just to keep up.
You were just like channeling the book.
Yes, channeling the book. Like, think of a faucet on full throttle going, and it was just going with it. Yeah, really in the moment.
I feel like this is just the beginning for you. I know it's just the beginning for you. So that's all famous, because this is really the beginning for you. I can feel it to my core. And even hearing
a new chapter is turning, so to speak.
Yes. And like even, a whole new chapter, but even you saying that, I think I can't say every, but the authors that I've listened to, a TED Talk or something, that is the one thing they say. They say it just flowed. It just flowed through me. I just channeled it. So I think that, like, true to your form, that you are like a true author, a true creative. This is amazing. I'm so excited for you. And we were kind of talking about this before, and we were talking about your dedication around the book. And I was wondering if you wouldn't mind reading it to the audience.
Yes. I don't want to mess up what I wrote, because that whole flow thing was going. So I'm going to read this because this was very inspired as well in how I wanted to approach who and how I dedicated this book.
Okay.
So this is actually in the book. When you get your own copy, you'll have it to reference as well. But I wrote this book out of a sincere desire to help you. I am very passionate about the industry, using one's skills and talents to support oneself in life, the freedom and independence of being your own boss, sharing creativity, improving the quality of life of those around you with what you have to offer, having faith and confidence in yourself and your dreams. That hard work, dedication, determination build dreams into reality called success. When applied to the fullest of your I'm like, cry. When applied to the fullest of your capabilities, I know you will be successful and find a peaceful fulfillment. My greatest satisfaction is knowing that sharing my professional experience will help you in your success, that this book can make a difference. I may never get to meet you in person. I hope I do, though. But I hope that you can get to know me. Believe in success. Believe in you. When you catch that same passion, pass it on and just pay it forward.
Oh my gosh. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
And I have to tell you, Jenny, I have family members and things. They know how many hours goes into, and anybody who's ever written or published knows there's hours and hours beyond the scenes. The actual writing of the book was about 3 months, but the editing, infographics, front and back cover and spine design, you're talking about an additional 2 years, which the timing is perfect that it's coming to you. But it's not for the weak. This is something you really want to be dedicated to and be passionate about. And I had a lot of people with that time frame say, what if nothing comes of this? What are you hoping to get out of this? And my answer was, I already got out of this more than I wanted to, because in writing this book and reading it over and over as I'm editing it, I learned a lot about myself. I learned about my own journey, my own process, and the analogy of that was for me in anything in life. I went from not having that education and being the new student and learning and being tested and growing and learning from others who knew better than me at that point. And then as I learned and grew, sharing that knowledge. And that is such an analogy of anything in life. We all have to start somewhere. We all are the new person at something at some time. We all have different life challenges and tests at some points, but we can all be successful. And we don't have to do it alone. There's people around us to help us. And the first day that the published version, the print version went out, I had 3 sales, and I got a personal email the first day that it was
without any marketing at all?
No marketing at all. First day I had a 5-star review. I had a testimonial, which I love because it totally summarizes what the book's about and who it's for, which is so many people.
Would you share part of it, or just the gist of it? Would
Yeah.
you mind? Or
Let's see.
I mean,
and then
this is amazing. So you had reviews, you had testimonials, emails, all just having it up there, not even telling anyone it was there yet.
So I get this private.
This is amazing.
I get a private message in my email, total stranger at this point, and we'll just say her name is Sally for privacy.
Okay. Perfect.
And Sally has written me to tell me that she found my book, that she's been searching for something like this for the last few years, that she's wanted to do a nail business out of her home, but she wasn't sure how to go about it. And she was kind of nervous because it's a big step. And that was a little intimidating. And she talked about, after reading my book, how it has built this confidence in herself and her capabilities, and that because of this being a resource to her, she now knows through confidence in herself that she can do this and how to do this. And that it was not only a well-written book, but a much appreciated book. I mean, I literally cried when I read it and shared it with anybody around me. It was happy tears. And I remember going back to my family, them saying, you know, what are you getting out of this? And my response at that time was, if this helps one person, then I'm happy. Then my heart is full. It's a success. And that's why I wrote it, is to help others.
Yeah.
Even if it's one person, that one person was worth it.
And that one person showed up on the first day.
And it was so great because I was able to connect with her after. And she did have a few questions about some local schools and didn't know who to connect with or how. And I connected her with over 40 people so she could make a good decision for one of her steps in the process.
Yeah.
And got her connected with somebody else for the choice that she decided to go with, and had additional networking. And she knows she can come to me and ask questions, and that it's not just like thanks for getting my book, bye-bye.
Right.
It's not that at all. I am here. My door is wide open.
I know. I'm like, you guys, you don't understand the value of this, because while Katy has this window of a little bit of like time where she can still be checking on her messages and responding, I'm like, take advantage of it. Like, text her, email her, ask her questions, because she's there to help and assist and guide. And I just think that's so beautiful and so amazing. And you know, you mentioned, okay, this is all based off your nail business, but we were talking a little bit about how it's for so much more. And not saying that having a nail business is just like, a nail business, but it's not just specific to a nail technician. Like, who?
No, not at all.
Did this book be for? Who else?
This book, that's a great question, Jenny, and I'm so glad you asked that, because this book is for anybody who wants to be an entrepreneur, anybody who's thinking about becoming an entrepreneur. It's for anybody who wants to own a business, whether it's small or big or out of your home. This is anybody who is maybe thinking about going to nail school or considering a job or career in the industry. This is for somebody who's currently a student in the industry, whether it's a Cosmo or esthetician or nails, because it's going to relate to anybody. It's going to be giving specific examples to those who are in the nail industry, but the core concepts, the core advice, and the know-how information,
like the meat of
transferable.
Yeah.
It's completely transferable. So you can apply it to any business that you want to be successful in, using the key components that it offers. And I also think it's going to be something that would be great for nail schools to have, to offer either in their start kits for their students. A lot of schools
even
have
salons. Like, think of all the cosmetologists and salon owners out there who are like, I don't know much about now. And you can be like, hey, you know, pick up the book for your any education, any classes or whatever, saying like, hey, take this book with you. If you're printing anything, it's like,
this is part of your continued education. This is your nuts and bolts of business. It's,
that's the real life.
Here's a graduation gift.
No, that's the real life version of everything. It's not. I know you have a chapter that's on like legalities and policies and procedures, which is amazing, because as creatives, we tend to like forget that. And I always say that Katy's a perfect balance of both. I'm like, if we ever partner in any way, will you be my left brain or my right brain?
But the future holds, Jenny.
I know, she's like, I don't know if you can afford me.
No, I still would love to do that.
But
like anything in life, it's got to be the right season, but I'm so on it.
So it's such a gift that you have such understanding of both. And I feel like that's amazing. You're creative and strategic, you know, and I always say like, okay, yeah, I have spirit and savvy. And I feel like you're like strategy and creative. Like it's this great balance of the two. So
the fusion of the fun mix.
Right? Well, okay. So I know, because we were talking a little bit earlier, that you even had a gentleman reach out to you. And
yes. And this I'm going to read too, because this is one, if you go to Amazon, one of the 5-star ratings on there is from a Madhu Srinivasan, and he had purchased one of the paperbacks. But listen to this, and I love how I'm like, wow, the way he wrote this is so wonderful. Says the author, KATY, has written the book as if you are sharing your personal thoughts, questions, and concerns about your career and business with a trusted friend. Love it. A friend who then gives you clear, detailed, and insightful direction that gives you the confidence to move forward and make smart decisions. What's great about this book is that it addresses various stages that one goes through in their career choices. I would highly recommend this book for someone thinking about a career in the nail industry, one trying to decide which school is right for them, a student that is in their final term and preparing to graduate from nail school, the graduate who is trying to decide what to do next, an employee that has been considering to open their own nail salon, including home business, a new business owner who needs to gain customers, a salon owner that is looking to keep their shop competitive and growing. Wow. It's an easy read that is well worth the investment to buy it.
Wow. I mean, come on.
I'm like, but I love how he summarizes, because it's, you know, there's 12 chapters in this book, and this is like, what is this? I think it's like, Jenny,
like
this is not
steps to a perfect.
It's 245 pages long. This isn't like a quick 1-page, good luck. This is like, I'm going to hold your hand through the process and help you through each process so that you can make an educated decision, knowing who you are, knowing what you want for your future and your business. And I'm just a resource.
I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for you. I also just want to say that I feel like that anyone who just wants to reach out to KATY too, if they have other blogs, podcasts, anything, like get her on the show and get the information, because I am a true believer in that too, which is why I do Beauties Talking Business. It's not like I get paid for this, you know, I just get paid in emails and thank yous, and that fuels me, and I love it so much, because there needs to be support. There needs to be a strong voice for the industry, and even just women, entrepreneurs, business, all of it. But none of this like, oh, I'm just going to give you a little taste and then try to upsell you on something you can't afford. Or, you know, it's like, let's just give the people what they need to know based off years of experience of being in the trenches doing it. And I just have so much more like love and respect for you that you just poured your heart and your soul and your time into providing something for the community. So like on behalf of the community, I just want to say thank you. And I know I can't speak for everybody, because it needs to exist and be out there. And the support, it's okay to be supportive. I feel like in business, there's a mentality of scarcity and competition. And I think that you find, if you are way more open to just giving and help to build each other and the community up as a whole, I feel like so many more opportunities come your way. And it's just,
absolutely. I would second that 100%. I always love, there's a quote that says, call me crazy, but I love to see others succeed. And I think you and me both, you know, feel that for what it is.
It's so true.
It just rings true to who we are. We love seeing other people succeed, and we want to do that.
Someone called me and say, oh, I just got $1 million. And I'm like, yay, good for you.
And I'd still be doing nails even if I had $1 million. It's one of those passions. Money isn't the main matter. It's what I love doing, and the quality of life and happiness and fulfillment it brings to my life. And same with this book. And I want that same love, joy, and fulfillment to be
100%. Yep, I love it. 100%. I love it. Okay, so we've kind of gone through a little bit about the book. You said there's 12 chapters. Can you give us just a little taste of, or maybe read what the chapters are? Like a little teaser chapters? Okay.
Yes. So there's 12 total.
Yeah.
And just know as you get into the book, they're going to get more detailed. They're going to, the first few chapters are going to be more simplex.
Perfect. No,
you know,
love that.
it's just making sure that this is really what you want to go into. Do you really want to be an entrepreneur? Do you really want to be a business owner?
Yes.
More to it than what meets the eye, I think.
No, this reminds me.
A lot of people. So this is kind of digging into to make sure this is the right thing for you kind of thing.
No.
So chapter 1 is going to be the beginning. Chapter 2 is choosing a nail school and what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 3 is life after certifications and next steps. Then we have chapter 4 is starting up a home business. Chapter 5, daily business life. Number 6, you're a business, so it's making the money. Number 7, the tax monster. I think we can all feel that no matter what kind of business you run.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Chapter 8 is the social media, especially relevant to the modern age. We have number 9 is networking. 10, this is totally important to me, joy in the journey. 11, continuing education, and 12, future beginnings. And future beginnings, it's a recycle because you're constantly, whether it's you as an individual in life or you as a business or you as an owner.
I'm going to go buy your book right now.
Where you have to readdress and go back to the beginning again and say, you know, I think I'm going to rebrand. Yeah. You know, I think I'm going to bring on new products. You know, I think I'm going to do this.
Or you just keep going up, moving up. Yeah. And it's.
And how do I progress with this movement and stay on this level? And you know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's so perfect.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for you. I'm consider myself quite intuitive, and I literally can feel, there's a book a woman wrote a while back called the Entrepreneur's Handbook for Housewives, or the product business for women in business or something like that. And it's literally a handbook for creating a product and selling it. Just women from the housewife to housewife. And I don't know how old the book is, but it just reminds me of where she started and then where she is now. And I feel that same kind of energy and vibe around you with this book, because you are available. You will be available for your future. Like you said in chapter 12, speaking engagements, events, workshops, anything that you want to be doing around the book, and just getting the information out there, book signing, meet and greets, anything, boosts, whatever, I know that this is just the beginning of your journey, and I just can't wait to see where it goes. And now for the juicy part that we promised you, a wonderful gift for the Beauties Talking Business community. What is your gift for everyone?
So the book, both paperback and the soft copy downloadable Kindle version, now until the end of May, are on special promotional price for half off. In May, when May comes, end of May, they'll go back to what their regular prices will be. But in addition to that juicy goodness, for those who are watching right now, and please share this. I want this to be shared with anybody who can benefit and have success and joy from this. From May 1st to May 5th, I am offering the digital version for free.
Oh my gosh. That's no excuse. There's no excuse.
No one should be
Get it. Even if you're I just started school yesterday. Get it. Now.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy summer. Let's get this going. Let's start. Before you can have success, you have to start. So this is your start. Start now. You need a sign. Here's the sign. 5 days, fabulous 5 days of free digital download.
That's amazing. What about for people who love the paper and want to bend books and read them like this?
Download the digital first for free.
Then
order your book so that you can have it in your hands to turn and play with. And then if you come to the website, you can sign it with you. I'm a paperback girl, but
Me
I like
too.
digital too. If I'm traveling, sometimes, you can't always do both. So I always say, why pick one when you can have both?
It's so funny. I always get both, and then I'll even get paperbacks. Like sometimes I'll get like 5, and just because if it's really good, I want to give them away to people, or I'll take them with me and read them. And the first thing I do, this drives my husband nuts. The first thing I do when I get a new book is I open it right to the center.
I love it.
Binding, and I just am like, and then I start because I just love to just. So I'm definitely going to purchase a book, and I am going to wrap this up and tell you thank you so much. It's such a pleasure, such a gift to have you on the show, and I am so excited. Thank you for your generosity and your wisdom and your words, and for our viewers and our listeners. That's amazing. We can find you on Amazon. Katy, tell us your name and it's Start to Success. Now I can't read the tag.
Okay, so it's Start to Success is your main key part, and then the subtitle is A Nail Technician's Guide into the Industry. For the author, search for KATY HANCOCK.
Perfect.
It'll come right back. It'll come right up. You'll see this beautiful cover. If you go on May 1st through 5th, you'll get the free download digital version.
Yep.
If you go on before because you just can't wait, I don't blame you if you can't, then go ahead and take advantage of the half-off special limited time promotional for 50% off. You can get the book for $9.95 and the digital for like $7.95. Super cheap.
Thank you so much. That's like less than a manicure.
Yeah, exactly. No reason not to help yourself.
But thank you.
Invest in yourself.
Oh, I'm so excited, and I appreciate you so much, and thank you so much for coming on the show. And
thank you for having me, Jenny. It's my pleasure as always. I love visiting with you, and we'll maybe have some future visits as well.
Yes, I would love to have you come back and see, like, even in a year, or maybe your next is like, oh, now I'm speaking again. Whatever that is, I would love to have you. So thank you so much. I'll include links everywhere, but people who are listening on iTunes, you have all the information on the audio, and you just can find all Katy's information there on Amazon. I'm so excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening or watching beautiestalkingbusiness.com. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for watching with your host, JennyAHansen and KATY HANCOCK. Please head over to the Facebook community if you're not there already, and make sure that you check out Katy's special gift over on Amazon. The link is in the description box below and above. Have a beautiful day.